안녕 여러분. Welcome back. If you are returning viewers, it's so great to see you again. For those of you visiting my channel for the first time, welcome. I'll quickly go over my usual intro for newcomers, but if you'd like to jump straight into the reading, you can head to the card selection section listed in the timestamps below. Before you go though, let me explain today's theme. Today, we'll explore how to transform your single life into a meaningful connection. Using tarot insights, we'll uncover the path that leads you from being solo to finding your soulmate. Now, for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Eden, the K-Tarot reader. As you might have guessed from my channel name, I'm Korean and I specialize in fun pick-a-card readings with unique Korean twist. Since English isn't my first language, you might notice few grammar mistakes here and there. I'll do my best to keep them to a minimum. So thank you for your understanding and patience. In today's reading, I've prepared 4 beautiful tarot cards inspired by Korean tradition. These cards are here to guide you towards the message meant for you. Here's how it works. Take a deep breath, relax your mind, and focus on the images in front of you. Choose the card that speaks to you the most. If 2 cards catch your attention and you can't decide between them, don't worry. It's perfectly fine to watch both readings. That might just be the universe giving you an extra message. Once you've made your choice, I'll reveal numbers assigned to each card. You can then skip ahead to the corresponding timestamp in the video to find your reading. Take your time, trust your intuition, and when you're ready, let's begin. Okay, now I reveal the numbers. 4, 2, 1, 3. Then I'll see you there. Welcome. This is for those of you who picked number 1. First question, we're gonna go with what kind of person you are. So, as usual, this first question is to check to see if this reading is the right reading for you. So, as you listen and you don't think this is not your story, then you can go back and pick a different number. First card, Emperor card. Second, Knight of Wands. Third, 2 Cups. And then your spirit, Wasp's spirit. Okay, so based on these cards, you're a perfectionist. What I mean by that is you have a very set goals in your life, and in order to achieve that, you have strength to just push through to make it happen. So everything's gotta be done by your way. And sometimes, because of that characteristics, some people might think that you are dogmatic. But generally, I see that you have power and energy to push through. And because of Knight of Wands, you also put an action really quickly. Like once you set a goal, you don't hesitate, you don't worry, and you just go and do it. But that don't mean you are not well communicated with other people. Because of this two cups, it represents that you have a thoughtful characteristic as well. So you know how to harmonize with other people. Like you don't just demand people, so you know how to well belong to the society or community. And once, like, even when other person kind of stepped your line, you don't get angry, express your anger right away. You're more like, hey, this I don't like that, so can you change it, kind of thing. You go like smoothly go to that person and ask them or let them know how you feel. But because of, like I said before, because of the Knight of Wands, even though you decide to say something bad to the other people, you don't hesitate. You go straight and gently talk to them. That's basically what it is. And another characteristic of you, because of the Emperor card, you also have an endurance to push your goal, make it happen. But that don't mean you're idealist. You are realistic as well. So if there's some problem that kind of bothers to achieve your goal, then you think through and have a good problem solving skills. So you make those obstacles into a chance to make your life better. But because of that perfectionist mindset, sometimes it's hard for you to think outside of the box. Like once you set a rule within you, once you set a standard, your own standard, it's hard for you to break those. Lastly, because you have energy to push through, make your goal happen, your daily life is always planned. You're very well planned person and follow a rule. So like outside, other people think you're perfect, but inside you might feel loneliness because no one kind of understands you better. That's how you think. And then the spirit, the wasp spirit, that kind of gives me the vibe that you are more like a, how should I say, like if someone harm you, then you have to kind of revenge the same way kind of type of person. So yeah, just like wasp. And then also on the wasp spirit, it says sometimes life stinks. See that here? So that's how you think about your life as well. Like you think life is not always easy. It sometimes stinks, but that doesn't stop you from making your life better. You have energy, power, and action, behavior to make your life better. Then next, let's find out what are your dating techniques and ideal type. First, this is Star card. And then Wheel of Fortune. And then 5 cups. That's your dating technique. And then for your ideal type, 3 wands. And then Magician. Before I said on the question, we're gonna look for your dating techniques. But then I translated it wrong. It's not. It's more like your personality characteristic or tendency when you are in relationship. So what you usually do, kind of thing. So here we go. You believe in destined love, but sometimes you lack patience, but at the same time highly sensitive. So often you make impulsive decisions based on your how should I say fleeting emotions. So it can lead to missed opportunity or relationship ending just as they are about to progress further. Like maybe when if you're in get to know each other phase, then like actually go on like be in a like official relationship, or if you're on a relationship, then maybe moving forward to like a marriage kind of thing. Also, you usually start the relationship quickly, but you find it hard to maintain the relationship. And then you often taking your partner's affection for granted. That's because of the star card here. Star card is very they're very used to being loved by many people, and that's why sometimes you take your partner's affection for granted, and your tendency is rather have one person's deep affection. You prefer like light affections from many people. And then also, when you are infatuated, you strongly express your emotions and charm, but you tend to pour all feelings into the relationship or into that person, and it might lead to frequent period of boredom or stagnation. And then you also have a deep sense of attachment. So sometimes you reconnecting with people or like reconcile with your ex after when the relationship it ended really long time ago. Then your ideal type. So your ideal person, you prefer person with a clear future plan and have strong sense of responsibility. That's because you are also like that. See, like on the Emperor card, I told you that you are very motivated person, right? So you also want your partner to be like that. That also means that you prefer someone who seems ambitious about their life. For like appearance wise, rather having like pretty face or handsome face, you have more preference on for partners with physical appeal, particularly paying attention to the body shape. So have a very muscular body or curvy shape of body, you prefer that rather than their face. As of right now, it seems like the physical appearance isn't the major concern. That's because for some reason your situation makes your self-esteem a little bit lower, decreased. So you are more like physical appearance isn't really matter kind of thing. So it's not you have a low standard on your ideal type's appearance. It's more like it's just a short term temporary phase right now because of your situations, because you have a low self-esteem right now. So instead right now you feel like rather than physical appearance, you prefer person who inspires trust and shows effort in maintaining the relationship. I have a strong vibe that like uh, your previous relationship kind of hurted your feeling, and that's why your self-esteem is a little bit low, and that's why you prefer someone who is more trustworthy and shows more effort in maintaining the relationship. And then lastly, also because of the magician card here, you're attracted to people who are articulated. So like people like how should I say, like people who kind of like have a good sense of noticing the atmosphere. Like what I mean by that is like if the atmosphere is more like blue, gloomy, like not a good fun atmosphere, then they try to bring it up, like make it more like hyped up kind of person. They're perceptive of atmosphere. And then also last, like very last, they makes other people feel comfortable. So you are attracted to a person who have that three what's it called characteristics. Plus with good body shape. Okay, then for the next question, let's see why you are currently single and what obstacles do you need to overcome. So for this, I will pick this card. First, the reason why you're single. 3 rings, group date. And then 10 of mirrors, rejected. Last, page of mirror, the gossip. And then for the obstacles, you have the producer's plant. I think this is like the unique extra card that this deck has. And then 10 of rings, hometowns. The reason why you're single right now is because, see on here, I kind of mentioned that I have a strong vibe that your previous relationship wasn't really good for you, and then that also shows it here. Like right now, your emotion is hurt. You feel a little weak because you were rejected by someone, and I feel like that rejection happened because of the drama that you were involved. I see like a lot of people surrounded you are very talkative and enjoys gossip between you and your potential partner or now ex. So yeah, like these 2 cards gives me the impression that your surrounded person, like your friends, coworkers, colleague, acquaintances, like neighbors, like people near you kind of enjoys your situation. Like for example, like see how like these dogs are like so into this bone, and probably when this bone is given to them, they're gonna chew a lot, right? So me right now, I'm seeing this bone is like you and that person who you were kind of interested in, but you got rejected. So if that falls in, and then people will kind of chew on that gossip, chew on your story, that kind of stuff. So I say too much talking to people, and that's why you're like, you know what, I'm done, I'm just gonna be single for now, kind of thing. So I think that's why you are single right now. And then the obstacles that you need to overcome to find your soulmate is also the other people. So this producer's plant, this card, that means there's like a third person involved, like around you. So for example, same people as these people, like your friends, coworkers, colleagues, neighbors, who has connection with you, like the people who share the same community with you. So be aware of those people's words. Like, sometimes they might approach to you and then give you so-called advice, but that won't be very helpful to you anyway. So they might just approach to you to disguise as an advisor, but they might just be there to enjoy, feel their own interest. So be aware of those people, the others, and then also you might have to be aware of your family. Let me see more cards in this because I don't know why your family is an obstacle for you. It might be like your family's not, they don't approve your partners in general, maybe that kind of stuff. But let me see more. Okay. So remember I said there's so many people who's like talkative about your relationship. Family is one of them too. Your family is one of them too. So your family is also kind of like tells you to what to do and what not to do, like demanding too much kind of thing. So watch out for basically in order for you to find your soulmate and try to escape from this solo life, you gotta watch out people, including your family. Then, next question. Will you meet someone special within the next 3 months? Let's find it out. Sorry. I'll have to move this guy a little bit here. Sorry, buddy. Okay, so first card, it's a color card. You have copper. And then for regular tarot card, you have Eight of Swords. Sorry, one more. Let me move you one more. And then a lot of swords card. Five of Swords. And then last, Four Wands. So this card is like I picked this card for like yes or no type of card, and then these are for monthly based tarot. So like first month from now on, like from the point when you watch this video, and then 2 months from now, 3 months from now. And then based on this, and then also copper as well too. Eventually, will you meet someone special within next 3 months? Yes or no wise? Yes, you will meet someone special within 3 months. And then when I see when, it's on the third month from now. So that's why the copper card came out, because this one is kind of like lacking energy, like lacking, how should I say, like lacking stamina. But they don't mean there's no possibility. It just, there is a possibility. It will take long. And same result shows here that on the very last third month from now, you will find someone special. Then for the bonus, I'm gonna pick a card to see their characteristic. It's not gonna be their full characteristic because I'm gonna pick only one card, but it might be showing you a sneak peek of their characteristic. Ooh. The Star. So that means this person, someone special, he or she might be fit into your where is it, your ideal type. There's a high possibility that this person fit into your ideal type of category. And then personality wise, so on top of this characteristic, like who are very articulated, perceptive of atmospheres, it makes others comfortable, or like, and the person who have a clear future plans and strong sense of responsibilities, have more ambitious about their life, that kind of stuff. That on top of that characteristic, this person might also have this sensitivity of sensitivity. So they might be very emotional and maybe good at like expressing in writings. So he or she might be very creative person. And then if I have to pick between that person being extroverted and introverted, he or she would probably extroverted. They prefer going out into like nature, so maybe prefer hiking, trail walking, that kind of stuff. Oh, and then that person will also have a high self-esteem as well. Then next question. So you would meet someone special within next 3 months, right? So then let's find out what will be the flow of the relationship and what should you be cautious about. I'm using too many cards, so let me move this one here too. Okay, so the first card, Four of Cups. Second, Seven of Coins. Third, Strength card. And then the cautious point of view, there's a tradition card. Let me put it aside here. Okay, so the flow, it will not go fast. So on that 3rd month, when you meet someone special, you guys' relationship will not be developed that quickly. Although your kind of like a love relationship tendency is to fall into the love relationship quickly. But in this case, because of all these 3 cards here, Four of Cups, Seven of Coins, Strength, it all requires some time. So these 3 cards all represent some time, being patient. So in this Four of Cups, this means need some time to heal and rest. So I'm pretty sure that's you. You need enough time to heal your emotions from your previous experiences, like being rejected or being surrounded by chatty, talkative people who enjoys gossip. Yeah. So you need time to recover that, and then once that recovery happened, you and that person special will put effort, both of you. It's not just one. Both of you will put an effort to make that relationship grow abundantly, fruitfully. So this tree, it will be like probably when this tree is young, it's gonna be just like a little leaf, right? So these 2 people put an effort to make that leaf, small leaf, into this big tree. So that's how your relationship will go. Like, put an effort to make it abundant, fruitful, and eventually you will receive a fine result out of this. And then the last card, Strength. Also, this card. So yeah, this card represents like a hero and heroines from like mystical stories or legend. So these people are Brunhild and Siegfried. Let me double check the pronunciation. So Brunhild and Siegfried. So Brunhild, she is a goddess, sacred goddess who has power and authority, and Siegfried is a hero, like human being. So basically, short story, when Brunhild, she betrayed her father by moving into a mortal world, and that time she might be afraid, right? Because it's like it's a known world there, and she is getting her father's anger because of that. But the reason why she moved to that mortal world is because of the love, and that's the first time she find out the power of love. And that power of love makes her feel like she can do everything. So, last card, Strength. It also represents patience as well, but at the same time, it represents strength itself. So you'll probably have a power to push through everything again. So I feel like I told you before that right now, current stage, you're kind of weak. You have low self esteem right now. So as you recover, develop this relationship with special someone who you're gonna meet 3 months from now, you will restore the power and become who you used to be. See, powerful, very active, motivated, goal oriented, very planned, and person who are very active, put quickly on action once they decide. Like that kind of person, you will go back into that characteristic. So this person will make you who you used to be. And then something that you need to be cautious about is this tradition card. So this is Romeo and Juliet. See, like, I'm pretty sure everybody knows about the story of Romeo and Juliet. So in this story, these two kids, Romeo and Juliet, I believe they're like 12 years old, 13 years old. But anyway, these two people, they fall in love and they don't kind of look around their surroundings. They don't consider about their public images, right? So that's what you need to be cautious about. So you gotta follow the tradition, like, social structures that's been established already, and then aware of public images and aware of desire to control that. So keep the PDA. I think that's what it's called. Is PDA the right term? I think that was public something. Yep, PDA is the right term. Yay for my memory. So yeah, watch out for PDA, public displays on affection. So that's what you need to be cautious about. And then next question, what action should you take and avoid to increase the chance of meeting this person? Let's find it out. So action that you should take, and then action that you should avoid. First card, you have Four of Pentacles. And then second, you have the Moon card. So actions that you need to take is to have more quality time with people who are trustworthy. So you gotta put your effort on sorting people. So one day you just sit down and then you think about people near around you, and then you gotta sort them into category where like people you can trust and people who are just there to enjoy gossip or drama. And then you gotta kind of have spend less time with those people who only enjoys drama and gossip, and then takes more quality time with people who you can trust. And then also this quality time, I mean, it can be actual time as well, but it can be also a finance wise. So what I'm saying is, don't waste your money in people who only enjoy the gossip. I don't think it's worth for you to spend money to keep that connection with people who only enjoys gossip. So spend your time and money into people who you can trust more. So that's what you need to do in order to increase the chance to meet this person from previous question. And then the action that you should avoid is keeping stuff by yourself. What I mean by that is as relationship, not yeah, as the relationship, not just love relationship, like any kind of relationship. As those relationship goes, there sometimes you might have doubt, right? For example, oh, my friend, this friend, I feel like she is talking bad behind my back. That's a doubt, right? In that case, you don't hide that doubt and worry, thinking about yourself, and then conclude yourself. So you gotta open your doubt. So go ask that friend about and express your concern and feelings, and then confront with them. So don't hide. See how the moon, the moon always shows the one side, like we cannot see the other side of the moon. So the card says avoid that. Like, do not show only the one side of you. If you have a shaded feelings, thoughts, emotions, aka like doubt, you gotta open about it. You gotta open and discuss and try to solve that doubt. So yes, do not hide. If you keep hiding your feelings, emotions, or doubt, that might decrease the chance to meet that person, meet your soulmate. Last question. What advice do the tarot card offer you to improve your love luck? Let's find it out. So this last question, we're gonna see the advice. Opposition, 대립. 상대방과의 대립이나 의견 충돌이 있을 수 있으니 주의해야 합니다. Let me pick one more. Lonesomeness, 외로움. 외로움과 고독이 느껴지는 날입니다. 내 주위에 나를 생각해준 사람들이 많이 있다는 것을 잊지 않도록 합니다. So the first card, it says you might have a conflict, opposition between you and other people. So you gotta watch that out. Try to solve it wisely. Do not just, like I said before, do not hide. If there's a conflict, then you gotta solve it. And then last card, it says you will feel solitude and lonesomeness. So you gotta always think that there are people who considers you around you. So those are two advice. That was today's reading. As we wrap up today's reading, I want to leave you with this important reminder. Tarot is a reflection of the present moment and a glimpse into potential futures. Remember, the outcomes revealed in the tarot card reading are not set in stone. Your actions and decisions can change the course of your life at any time. So don't rely on tarot result as absolute truth. Instead, use them as guidance and inspiration. Your future is yours to create, and you have the power to shape it with every choice you make. Trust yourself, take action, and forge the path that feels right for you. If today's reading resonated with you or you found it helpful, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the reading. Your support means so much to me and helps me continue creating contents for you. Thank you for spending time with me today. Always remember, you have the power to shape your future through your choices and actions. I'll see you next week. 다음에 만나요. 안녕. Welcome. This is for those of you who picked number 2. First question, we're gonna go with what kind of person you are. So always, first question is to check to see if this reading is the right reading for you. So as you listen, you don't think this is not your story, you can always go back and pick a different number. First card, Lover's card. Second, Knight of Swords. Third, the Fool card. And then for the Spirit, you have Moth Spirit. It says surrender now. Based on these cards, I'm getting the vibe that you have grown up surrounded by love. So you have high ideal about love and you are deeply devoted, which is good. And because of that, your environment, circumstances were like people are giving you a lot of love, like parents, grandparents, relatives, neighbors, families, friends. So because you're surrounded by the love, I think you are also trusting others a lot and always think about others, aka you're showing great considerations to others. But because you're thinking other people a lot, there's a tendency to be dependent as well. So your main focus is on other people because you care other people. Indifference from others causes you the stress. And then for this, the Knight of Swords, this gives me the idea that you are a very decisive person. So when you come up with an idea, immediately concretize the idea and then take it to an action. And you are intelligent as well. That's why you're very decisive, good at making a quick decision. And then also another trait of you is you have a strong sense of justice. So you think people, including yourself, should take care of the social weak first. So like take care of elderlies, women, children first. And then you also, caring animal or environment is important as well. You do have a leadership quality, but sometimes you move ahead alone because you're intelligent. When you come up with an idea, you're like quickly decide and then put it on action. So sometimes you move ahead alone. And that might lead to a lack of communication with others when it comes to project wise, like working with as a team. Other trait, the Fool card says you are innocent and pure-hearted, so many friends likes you and you have a affable nature, so you are probably popular around people. You're very curious person, so curiosity drives you to try new things. showing potential for growth and initiatives. So, because of those curiosity, you are creative as well. So I'm pretty sure idea pops out to you, and then you think about how to make it real, and then you're gonna put it on action very quickly. Like I said before, because of the Knight of Swords card. You aim to understand the world through experiences and succeed in activities that you enjoy. So, like work wise too, like you probably your occupation is based on your interest, your curiosity. You're not a person who's like, yeah, I don't like that job, but it maintains my life by giving me the money, I'll just take it kind of thing. You're more like, you gotta love your job first kind of type of person. And then what else? Oh yeah, and then you might have a competitive nature. So this competitiveness leads you to prove your ability and live a independent life. And then also, usually, when people pick the full card, usually they have a positive looks to other people. So other people think you're very positive, aka like you're even though there's like a hard time comes to you, you are pretty resilient, easily shaking off the pain or wounds. So others sees you as a bright and lively person, but deep inside you keep your hidden pain to yourself. Then also, this one is kind of downside of full card. You might, when you face a problem or when you see a limitation, you tend to avoid them instead of try to solve them. And then you feel stressed by bounded by conventions or rules. So you're more like a free soul type of person. Did I mention that you're creative? I don't think so. Yeah. So you're also a creative person. So your rich imagination sometimes gives you a what's more called give other people the impression that you are being a little bit eccentric. But I mean, creative, you're imaginative, which is good. I think it's good. Rich imagination gives you a lot of different ideas, and then you do have ability to make it happen because of this card. I think many ideas, many imaginations are good for you. And then lastly, the moth spirit. It gives me the idea, the vibe that you are a little bit stubborn person. So stubborn as like if once you invest on something, then you do need to see the end. Until you see the end, you don't back out. So you're like, for example, even though you're on a sinking ship, you are like, no, even though this is sinking, it will reach to the destination, so I will stay with this ship kind of person. So like on here it says surrender now, so sometimes it's time to surrender to the environment and escape from what you have right now. I think that's good. So yep, so you do have a little bit of stubbornness. Then second, let's see what are your tendency towards the love relationship and what's your ideal type. So your tendency, first card is the strength card. Let me see if this is the right card. Yep, strength card, yes. And then second, you have two swords card. And then last, you have two wands card. Then for ideal type, you have 9 swords and 4 wands. So your personality when it comes to the relationship, you are naturally polite and considerate of other people, but you tend to take control and seek dominance in romantic relationship. So because you want to control the relationship, like you want to be dominant, you are reluctant to express your emotions openly in relationship and prefer to, yeah, control the pace and maintain the distance. So you're more like a slow person rather than like falling in on one side, get into the relationship. So I say you're also a cautious person too. Because you start like you try to keep the distance in the relationship, it's hard to initiate the relationship. But once you are committed, you rarely end it easily. But then because you consider a lot, you consider other people a lot, you also strive to be considerate of your partner and often suppress a dissatisfaction to avoid conflict. So that makes you somewhat avoidant, often leaving decisions to your partner rather than actively solving issues yourself. You prefer to go with the flow or wait until your partner decide. Then also, you generally have high capacity, but you see those capacity, you see those ability as some kind of power. So that idea makes you prefer partners slightly less accomplished or wealthy than yourself. And also you have high standard towards the ideal type of person, but if you're a female, you tend to have a clear ideal type and wait for that person to appear, refusing to settle for someone who doesn't meet your criteria. On the other hand, if you're a male, you are more, how should I say, pragmatic. So you seek the closest match to your ideal type within the current circumstances rather than waiting. So your ideal type, I told you a little bit, right, that you prefer someone who has slightly less accomplished or wealthy than you. Also, you desire a stable relationship, and that makes you drawn to someone who can provide both comfort and excitement. You prefer a partner to share similar interests and communicate well with you because you want that comfort. And then your ideal type is also someone who are sensitive, artistic, meticulous, and considerate, just like you. Someone like you. And then because you have a lot of love, right? Because you prefer giving love to other people because you considerate other people a lot. You feel attached to a person who shows some level of independency on you. So if that person say they need you, that makes you feel fulfilled. Tongue twist. Makes you feel fulfilled. There you go. Then next question. Let's see, why are you currently single and what obstacles do you need to overcome? The reason why you are single, the first card, it has the producer plant. This is a unique card. It's only in this deck. Then second, 13, the death card. In here, this is the end card. Then last, Ace of Ring, first date. And then for the obstacles that you need to overcome, first card, the fence. And then second, Paradise card. This is the Sun card. Yeah, 19, the Sun. Okay, based on this card, I think you are currently single because you just ended the relationship. I think you ended the relationship or because of the third person. I think the third person was involved in you and your ex's relationship. That third person might be the cause. Like they might, I think they might be the troublemaker. So they're the one who's like, how should I say, like try to put dilemma between you, conflict between you, that kind of stuff. And I think because of that person, you guys ended. But although you're currently single, I see that you have someone in mind, or maybe like there's a potential someone that you might go out with. So there's a opportunity to start a new relationship, a new beginning. And in order to overcome the obstacles and then make that next opportunity happen, what you have to overcome is the people around you. So maybe your friends, your family. These two cards gives me the vibe that they are your people surrounded you are too optimistic. So they might, like talk to you, saying that like this and this and this is a good sign. So you might go out with this person. When you go out with this person's action is like this and this and this. That's a good sign. That kind of stuff. They might give you the false judgment. They might kind of like the word that I'm thinking is Inception. Have you watched the movie Inception? You know how like deep in someone's mind that like they put a little seed of the emotion or idea, and then that kind of grows out from their unconsciousness. Basically, that's what it is. So your friends or people near you, around you, their word might put you a little bit of like a expectation into your mind, and that based on that expectation you might grow a imagination of being in a good relationship with this person, aka it might be a false sign. So don't be too optimistic about the relationship that might coming right now to you just by listening to other people. So that's the obstacle that you need to overcome. Don't listen to other people saying too seriously. Okay, then next question. Let's see. Although this card kind of showed that you have possible someone already, but still, let's find out whether you will meet someone special within the next 3 months. First, you have a silver card, color silver. And then regular tarot card, you have Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups, and then last, Wheel of Fortune. It's interesting because the Ace of Pentacle popped out here and then popped out here too. So I guess you do have someone already. You are officially single, but unofficially you are meeting this person to see if you can develop into a love relationship. So silver card, the energy is a little bit weak, but it has a potential. So within the 3 months, can you meet someone special? Yes, because you kind of already met. So this card shows this is first month from now, second month from now, third month from now. So I'm getting the vibe on the first month. You guys will start continue meeting, like get to know each other kind of thing. And then on the second month from now, your emotion will be fully ripe. It's been reached to the max. And then the status between you two will change on the third month, aka if you are just a colleague who might just seeing each other here and there, then you guys might be in a get to know each other phase. And if you're already in get to know each other phase, then you guys will be into the real relationship. But just in case, because I'm getting the vibe that majority of you who are watching this video already met this type of person, met this person, the next possible partner. But in case you're not, in case you're like, I don't have any, then there is a person around you. It just you don't think them as a potential partner. You never have considered them as your boyfriend or girlfriend. So on the first month from now on, within that first month, there might be a time when you realize that that person is also not bad as a boyfriend or possible boyfriend or girlfriend. So you might be like, oh, look at this person, and then let's give him or her a chance, kind of thing. So majority of you already have someone in mind or have someone that's highly possible to get into the relationship ish. And that what I'm saying here is just your your expectation. It's not, I'm not saying that other people also think you as a potential partner, because I'm not seeing the card from the other person's view. So this is just on your side. So on your side, there's a person that you kind of want to try out for the relationship. And if not, you will have the chance to see a people near you, aka friends or colleague, coworkers, as a possible partner in the future. So yeah, you will have a chance to think differently. Okay, then bonus question. So you do have someone already in mind, right? Kinda. But in case you're like, oh, I have no idea who this person will be, let's find out that person's characteristic so that you might guess who that would be around you. And I'm gonna pick only one card here, so that's not gonna show a lot of their personality. It's just gonna give me a one representative characteristic of them. Oh, this was right. So this person would have a similar characteristic as you. So they considerate others. They tend to sacrifice themselves for the good reason. So they're very selfless person. For example, they might dedicate their private life, private time for the public good. And then also they tend to care people, other people, and they do have a enthusiasm and calmness in like intelligence wise. You know what I'm saying? Like they know a lot of knowledge, but they don't show it. They don't brag about it. They're calm. And then they also have a unique value, or maybe think differently. They have a different perspective, just like you too. So you have a rich imagination. So sometimes people might think you as eccentric. This person might be also kind of sort of eccentric because they think differently. And that reverse engineered creativity, they think those creativity will benefit to the world. So one keyword that I can take from this person is selfless. So look for people around you that who are selfless and consider other people rather than themselves. And if you are seeing that, meeting that person might highly have tendency of selfless characteristics. They sacrifice them for the good reason. Good person. Okay, then next question. So you do have someone that you might be in a relationship, right? So then let's find out what will be the flow of this relationship, the future relationship with this person, and what should you be cautious about? First, you have sacrifice card. Second, two coin. And then last card, Princess of Cups. And then something that you need to cautious about is Three of Arrows. So the flow will go slower than you think. So I'm getting the vibe because this sacrifice card came again. I feel like in between you, mostly highly possibly your this this someone special will sacrifice them, but I feel like you will be also sacrificing something to start this relationship. So you guys have to juggle between this relationship and something else. For some reason, I'm getting the vibe that you guys might have a long distance. So like that person lives in east side and you lives in west side kind of thing. So that distance is the obstacle for this relationship. So you both of you or someone has to sacrifice to meet and start this relationship. So like for example, like your person who lives in, did I say east? Anyway, east side has to sacrifice themselves so that they always take like 2-3 hours of travel to meet you at the west side kind of thing, vice versa, or you both sacrifice and then meet in between, somewhat in between, that kind of stuff. And I think that's why you have to juggle in between. So you have to juggle between keeping this relationship with your work time, or if you have to travel a long time to meet this person, then you would have to juggle between this relationship and somewhat time that you need to spend on the other stuff like your habit, your friends, your family, your work, that kind of stuff. So you guys start seeing each other by juggling it, and then you guys finally have this initiatives of the emotion. So eventually you guys will start the relationship. It just be a long process. You guys will have a long get to know each other phase. Then that's kind of understandable if, like a long distance case, then, like time takes. So because there will be a long time to get to the relationship, and then someone, including you, would have to sacrifice. So the card that says that you gotta be cautious about disappointment. Don't be disappointed or heartbroken because it's not going the way you planned. Or don't be disappointed or heartbroken because your that special person is not that enthusiastic about you, because they are enthusiastic. It's just that you might not seeing it from the appearance, or so don't get easily disappointed, quickly disappointed. Then next question, let's see, what actions should you take and avoid to increase the chance of meeting this person? Although this card says you are seeing that person, let's find out what you should do and what you should not do to increase the chance to be in a relationship with this person. And like I said before, if you don't have a person right now, then this will be the advice or tip to increase the chance to meet this person, just like I said on the first time. You should take, and then actions you should avoid. So, action that you need to take, the card says Ace of Sword. And then action that you need to avoid, the card says Three of Cups. What you should do is you need to put more interest, put more attention, put more quality time to that person, like this person or him. If you have no idea who that person is yet, because you don't see them yet, what you gotta do is try to pay attention to people near you and then see the possibility. Like, don't say it out loud. Like in your mind, oh, he or she might get along with me well. Let's give it a shot. That kind of stuff. So meet people around you, and then maybe like try to decide whether you think that person can get along with you well. So you gotta decide first in your mind. And then what you should not do, you should avoid a party. So for those of you who already have someone seeing right now, it's just not, you guys are not on the getting to know each other phase, or in a relationship. So you are just met or you have a crush, then don't go party with other people. Don't spend too much time with other people. Put more attention to that specific person. And for those of you who have no idea who that person is, then you might say, hey, I gotta go out to meet the person, but the card says don't do that. It might be better for you to just meet one-to-one with people around you rather than go on a party and meet some unknown person. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the card says. And then let's see the final advice. Let's see what tarot card says to you. Greed, 욕심. 욕심이 과하면 화를 부릅니다. 자신의 것에 만족한다면 좋은 결과를 맞이할 수 있습니다. Then let me pick one more. Rest. 휴식. 정신적, 신체적으로 피곤한 시기입니다. 잠시 휴식을 취해주세요. So this card says too much greed will backfire, will give you the consequences. So it says if you are satisfied with what you have right now, you will find a good result. And then this, it says mentally, physically, you are fatigued right now. You're on that phase. So it says try to rest a little bit. For those of you who are seeing someone right now, or if you have crush on someone, you can let go of your greed. What I mean by that is like, oh, there should be a better person coming. What if I miss that chance? Kind of thing. So you don't have to be that way. The card says this person is good for you, but if you think this person is not good enough for you, then yeah, you can rest too. It's up to you. Like, just don't be too greedy, don't be frustrated, and yep, rest is another option. So this is the end of this reading. As we wrap up today's reading, I want to leave you with this important reminder. Tarot is a reflection of the present moment and a glimpse into potential futures. Remember, the outcomes revealed in a tarot card reading are not set in stone. Your actions and decisions can change the course of your life at any time. So don't rely on tarot results as an absolute truth. Instead, use them as guidance and inspiration. Your future is yours to create, and you have the power to shape it with every choice you make. Trust yourself, take action, and forge the path that feels right for you. If today's reading resonated with you or you found it helpful, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notifications so you never miss the reading. Your support means so much to me and helps me continue creating content for you. Thank you for spending time with me today. Always remember, you have the power to shape your future through your choices and actions. I'll see you next week. 다음에 만나요. 안녕. Welcome. For number 3, we're gonna check to see who you are first. Always, first question is to check to see if this reading is the right reading for you. So if, as you listen, if you don't think this fits into you, then you can always go back and pick a different number. First, oh, I gotta count. Oh, 10. So you have 10 wands. And then 9 wands. And then the Sun card. And then as a spirit, you have a badger spirit. Be fearless and bold. So because you have 2 wands card, 9 and 10, your strong characteristic is responsibility. You are a very, very, very responsible person. So you're not good at asking people to do a favor for you. Rather, you are type of person who do the work all by yourself than asking something to other people. That's because you considerate other people too much. So other people will think you have too much responsibility and you sacrifice too much. You have too much sacrifice spirit. And because you hold a lot of work to yourself rather than share with other people, you don't share your concern or stress with others. You hold that stress solely by yourself. Everyone has a stress, but sometimes people share those stress with other people so that they can release those stress by talking to other people or get some advice from other people. But you don't do that. Also, you do have a resilient characteristic. So even though there's like the circumstances are hard, it makes your life difficult, you always have a power to overcome, recover from that. But downside, you will overcome, you will recover, but um, on the process of overcoming that hard time, you don't take care of yourself. That's the downside. You don't consider yourself, how hard you are, you know. You gotta give credit to yourself as well. Then also, you do have a strong will to be successful, but at the same time, you are fearful on being failed. Like your fear about failure. And sometimes, like, in order to be successful, sometimes failure is necessary, right? Because I think there's like a famous proverb saying failure is mother of success. I don't know whether that's only for the Korean or is it like global. So let me check. Okay. So it's like a Korean style of saying it. So I found it in English version. It says failure is but a stepping stone to success. That's what it is. So yeah, don't be fearless. I think that's why the badger spirit came. Sometimes you are scared about stuff. And lastly, because of the sun card, you are very bright, pure-hearted person, have a positive mindset, and you're a future aimed person and you're enthusiastic about everything. So you're naturally kind to everybody and you have tendency to easily find other people's strong point and complement their strong point and make a positive energy around you. Then you understand other people well and you don't get angry too much. And I think that's because you were loved by many people, like your family, relatives, friends, teachers, people near you. And then you yourself think that you're a lucky person, but the downside is that because you think you're lucky, you don't prepare well enough. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just go do it kind of thing. So there's a possibility that you might be exposed to dangerous situations unintentionally. And then lastly, the badger spirit, I think um, you are, like I said before, you fear too much. You are a very cautious person, and at the same time, you might hold on negative stuff like anger, aggression, argumentative behavior kind of thing with other people, against other people, and kind of want to try the revenge like badgers. But so I think you are somewhat, you have a spirit of furious and a little bit vicious. Then let's find out next question. What's your personality in relationship wise, and what is your ideal type? So this is to find your tendency when it comes to your love relationship and your ideal type. First, you have 10 wands. Then second, page of cup. No, wait. King of Cup. Sorry, King of Cup. And then last, the Chariot card. And then that's your tendency towards love life. And then these two are ideal type. You have 5 wands. And 8 wands. Personality or tendency in relationship. You often approach others or others approaches to you through social media. When you're interested in someone, they express their feelings directly and quickly confirm if the other person feels the same way. If the other person hesitates or doesn't reciprocate as strongly, then you tend to sulk or distance yourself. In relationships, you are highly responsible and self-sacrificing, just like your personality here, and making it difficult for you to break up easily. You typically engage in long-term relationships and often find yourself with partners who face challenging circumstances, leading you to make sacrifices or give things up as well. You are stubborn and tend to listen to your partner, not to empathize, but to persuade your partner. As the result, your approach to love is both kind and firm. When it comes to breakups, like I said before, you don't break up easily. So when you decide to break up, that means you thoroughly process your emotions before ending the relationship. So it makes it hard to reconcile if you were the one who initiate the breakup. Ideal type, you prefer someone with a bright and likable first impression or a cheerful image. You're attracted to popular individuals or those who can spark a sense of competitions because you find relationships with a hint of jealousy or uncertainty more appealing. You value frequent communication and prefer someone who stays in touch regularly. Even if constant contact is impossible, you are drawn to people who make an effort to show that they care about you. You also like partner who can maintain engaging conversations without letting the dialogue fade. So those are your ideal type. Then next question, why are you currently single and what obstacles do you need to overcome? First, you have rejected card. Then I effed up card. And then the hopeless romantic card. And then for the obstacles, you have paradise card and hometown card. Let me double check one thing and then I'll let you know. I'm getting the vibe that you had a crush and a lot of like your close friends kind of poke you to maybe reach out to your crush, but for some reason it didn't go well. You think you screwed up, and as a result, you kind of feel like you were rejected by your crush. And I think that's why you're currently solo, because you still have this hurtful emotion scars from that past experience. So I think you kind of went back to your comfort zone right now, I think. And the card says that's the obstacle. You gotta overcome that hurtful feeling and move out from that comfort zone and take the adventure. Then, next question. Let's find out. Will you meet someone special within the next 3 months? Let's see. First, you have a color white, and then regular tarot card. You have King of Wands, Two of Wands, and then the Star. So based on this card, I don't think you will meet someone special within next 3 months. You might find them on the third month from now. So you might have a new crush on the third month from now, but that doesn't mean you're gonna meet that person. Like what I'm saying is like meet, for the relationship purposes. Start like maybe like go on a date kind of thing. No, you're just literally find that crush. So unfortunately, I don't think there will be someone special within next 3 months. But bonus, let's check to see if what characteristic your future crush has. Then I'm gonna only pick one card from here, so it will not show the entire characteristic of this person. It's gonna show like most strong characteristic of them. Hades. So this person, I think you are getting crush on this person because they are attractive to you in physical way. AKA, you think that person is sexy. So that's basically what it is. And also this person, he would be not a talkative person. So you might feel little, what's more called? You might feel stuffed because you think communication is very important. So that might be the downside of him, but I feel like the strongest, the most strongest part is that he's physically appealing to you. I think that's why you are on crush in that person. So then let's see what you should do to make this crush interested in you too. Because like although you are interested in him or her, if they don't interested in you, the relationship won't be happening, right? So let's find out what you should do to make them interested in you. Oh, and And at the same time, I'm gonna pick two more cards. This will be what you should do and what you should not do to increase the chance of meeting this person. Like meeting your crush, your future crush. What you should do, what you should not do. Okay. First, you have Nine of Arrows. Second, Six of Coins. Third, Magic. And then card that you action that you need to take is Three Cups. Sorry, here. Three Cups. And then action that you need to avoid is Wheel of Fortune card. So this, in order to meet your future crush, you gotta overcome from your worriness. I think because you have failed one time here, I feel like you were worried about what if the same thing happens with the next crush. So you think too much. So you need to move on from that worriness or concern and put more effort on this person. Like effort here is like a somewhat material wise, so put more time to that person, or maybe give present to this person. Like for example, like when this person says, oh that looks cute, like here they didn't expect you to buy it for them, but they might just slip out saying that some material, something is cute, right? Then it's good for you to remember those and then give them as a surprise gift. So those kind of effort will make them interested in you. Like they will realize that you like them. And then also at the same time, you gotta be confident. Like even though deep inside you don't think you are confident enough to get this person, at least pretend to be confident in front of that person. So it's better for you to be looked confident and looked very good at talking, very good at communicating, very social, that kind of image. So you gotta pretend to be a confident, loving self. And for actions that you need to take is go out. Like same thing as this one. Get out of from your comfort zone, go to party, maybe go to bar with other people, or join some kind of activity club, or maybe like a running crew kind of thing, or even go to gym, like just go to places where there's a lot of people, because that will increase the chance for you to meet that next crush. Obviously, it's obvious, right? Because if you are sitting in your home by yourself, no one will be there, so you won't be able to find your next crush. If you find a person in your home, unless that's your family, you gotta call the cop because they are trespassing. So please go out. But that don't mean you being reckless either. So try to be cautious, but just go out, reach out to people. That's what the card says. And then what you should not do, what you should avoid is rely on the fortune. AKA, again, if you just sit on the couch and waiting for your crush to fall down from the sky, that won't be happening. So you gotta make your own path, own movement. So that's what the card says. Avoid relying on the fortune. Then last question, let's find out some advices that tarot card wants to give you. Ooh, success. 원하는 것들을 성공적으로 얻게 됩니다. One more. beginning, 시작. 주저하던 일이 있다면 지금 바로 시작하세요. 새로운 시작의 기운이 강합니다. So both cards is giving you a cheerful message. So this, it says you will be able to successfully get what you want. And it says if there's things that you were hesitant about it, it says just go ahead and do it right away because a new fresh beginning will happening soon. So yes, forget about this past crush and what you did, what you screwed up. Maybe learn the lesson from this past experience and then go out, reach out to people, find a new crush, and don't be worried. Just focus on them. Try to pay a lot of attention to them. Pay effort to them because you will be successful and you will have a new beginning in love relationship. So be confident. You can do it. So that was the end of the reading for today. As we wrap up today's reading, I want to leave you with this important reminder. Tarot is a reflection of the present moment and a glimpse into potential futures. Remember, the outcomes revealed in tarot reading are not set in stone. Your actions and decisions can change the course of your life at any time. So don't rely on tarot results as an absolute truth. Instead, use them as guidance and inspiration. Your future is yours to create, and you have the power to shape it with every choice you make. Trust yourself, take action, and forge the path that feels right for you. If today's reading resonated with you or you found it helpful, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notifications so you never miss the reading. Your support means so much to me and helps me continue creating content for you. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Always remember, you have the power to shape your future through your choices and actions. I'll see you next week. 다음에 만나요. 안녕. Welcome, my number 4. First question, let's find out who you are, what kind of person you are. And always, the first question is to check to see if this reading is the right reading for you. So as you listen, you don't think this story is the right story for you, then always go back. You can go back and pick a different number. One more. First, you have Lover's card. Then you have Temperance card. And then 5 cups. And then for the Spirit card, you have Koi Fish Spirit. There is always enough. So, your personality, I think you've been grown up surrounded by love. So you have high ideal about love and you are deeply devoted. You're trusting of others and often think about others, showing great considerations but also a tendency to be dependent. Indifference from others causes you stress. So like I said before, you care other people, but on the other hand, you don't take care of yourself too much as you care other people. So that leads you to a habit of self-blame. You don't have confidence in you, so you always start thinking negative stuff when it comes to you. Like for example, if you're getting a bad comment from other people, you don't think about what's happening or what's the reason on these circumstances or situation, you just straight think, oh, it's my fault, without finding out the true reason. But although you don't trust yourself too much, you have a instinctive ability to recognize balance, neither excessive nor lacking. So it makes you a wise person and naturally inclined in moderation in daily life. You are strongly dislike causing harm to others or being in debt to anyone. Instead, you find great happiness in sharing and giving to others. So you have a koi fish spirit, which means there's always enough. So you are satisfied with your life. You always wants to share with other people because there's always enough. So that's your characteristic. Then let's find out what your relationship tendency in relationship or personality in relationship, and what is your ideal type overcome. First you have Queen of Cup. Second, Empress card. Last, Three Cups. And this is for the ideal type. Seven coins. Five cups. Based on the cards, you are generally prefer friendships, social gatherings, or group activities over romantic relationships. You desire someone who share your hobbies and participates in everything with you. But once you do have someone though, you might be highly jealousy and crave love, but you are skilled at reading the room and rarely show those feelings openly to your partner. Despite being popular among many people, you are loyal to one person and capable of maintaining steady, long term relationships. To preserve smooth relationships or your image, you can hide your emotions to some extent. Sometimes you have a possessive attitude towards your partner. If you're female, you have a strong desire to embrace and protect your partner, which may lead the partner to feel confined. However, this stems from your deep care and affection for your partner. Your expression of this care can be clumsy and emotional, potentially causing misunderstandings or exhausting your partner. If you're male, while slightly possessive, you exhibit strong empathy and sensitivity, striving to listen as much as possible. For the ideal type, you prefer a partner who feels like a friend. You are attracted to delicate, empathetic individuals with a soft heart. You favor people with a calm overall vibe rather than flashy looks. You admire persistent and hardworking individuals as well as those who are quiet and cautious in nature. Then let's find out why are you currently single and what obstacles you need to overcome. Reason why you're single. First card, I screwed up card, I effed up card. competition card. Sorry, here. And then last, the end card. Then for the obstacles, you have the Lovers card. And Leap of Faith card. Based on this card, I think your relationship was ended pretty in a recent time. I think that's why you're currently single. So the card says there was a conflict or different point of view between you and your ex, and an argument kind of stuff. And the way you try to solve those conflict was not a good choice. So you think you kind of messed up, you screwed up, and that's why the relationship was ended, and that's why you think you are currently single. And for the obstacle, it's kind of rare, but I don't see an obstacle. The card says there's no obstacle, so you can just straight go ahead, find a new love. I gotta find out in here. I'm wondering whether this is a your previous ex or a new person. When it comes to a start a new relationship, because the card says you're ready to start a new relationship. New previous ex. So new person. New person. So there's no obstacle for you, so you can go ahead and try to find a new person to start a new love. Then let's find out whether you will meet someone special within the next 3 months. First, Deep Indigo card. So color-wise, you have Deep Indigo. And then first card, you have the Fool. Second, we have 6 Pentacles. And last, you have Judgment. So the card, the color card, that gives you yes or no answer. So will you meet someone special within next 3 months? Yes. So I pick 3 cards to see when you will meet this person. This is first month from now, second month from now, third month from now. And highly possibly you will meet this person within first month from now. And then I'm getting high vibe that your ex might contact you, reach out to you on the third month from now. But that's just a side story, side event. So just keep that in mind. But because the card says meet a new person, the new person will come on the first month from now. Then let's find out what characteristic that person would have. This is just a bonus card, so I'm gonna pick only one card here, so I won't be able to tell a lot of characteristic of them, but I'm gonna let you know the one strong characteristic of them. Here. 7 of Cups. Their strong characteristic is imaginative. They are very imaginative. They're like a daydreamer, and they have sensitive towards a fashion, famous, how should I say, famous fashion? Hold on. Oh yeah, trend. So they're highly sensitive towards trend, so they change their style often. They put a lot of effort on their appearance, so they invest a lot on their appearance, clothes, watch, jewelries, that kind of stuff. So they're kind of, they look fancy, and also they don't hesitate about showing them to other people, and it looks like they trust other people easily, but deep inside, no, they don't trust other people easily. So they change their appearance, their looks, like their what's it called, like their self ego. They change those a lot. So you might think that person as chameleon as well. Okay, then let's find out what will be the flow of the relationship with this person and what you should be cautious about. First, you have Ace of Coin. Second, you have Temptation. Third, Four of Arrows. And then for the cautiousness, you have Eight of Staves. In the beginning, the flow will go well. Like it will go as you thought. So it will give you a good opportunity, good fortune to develop this relationship. Then in the middle, as the relationship matures, there might be a tendency of obsession. So either you or your that someone special might obsess to their partner, like your partner or them than you, or both of them can be obsessed with each other. That obsession kind of eats you guys up. So on the last phase, you guys might need some time to step away from each other, keep the distance, and have some time by yourself or by him or herself, and try to kind of detox against those obsession. So what you need to be cautious about is that fastness, this quick and sudden start. Because you know how this, like I said, like the relationship will go as you thought. I meant by like it flows really well. So it will be like bam bam bam. And the card says that's the one that you need to be cautious about, because that's too quick for you guys. Because there's no hoops and loops on the beginning that kind of led you guys to an obsession at the end. Because think about it, like in the beginning, if there's like some argument, like light argument or conflict, then you might step back a little bit and you can think with calm mindset, and then restart the relationship with logical mindset. Or you can just drop the relationship and meet a new person. But on this, because the relationship goes like bam bam bam, there's no chance of you to think logically, think rationally, and there's only emotion, and emotion, and that kind of cause the obsession, and that obsession will lead you guys to step away from each other and have some time to detoxicate that obsession. Yeah, so the relationship starts and goes well, almost too well, which means it goes too fast. Okay, then next question, let's find out what actions you should take and avoid to increase the chance of meeting that person. So eventually you're gonna meet them within the first month from now, but let's find out what you can do to increase that chance to meet this person a bit faster. What you should do, what you should not do. So the card says you should do Ace of Pentacle is Ace of Pentacle. And the card what you shouldn't do is Oracle of Swords. What you should do is take the opportunity. When the opportunity comes, take it. That will lead you to meet that person quicker. So that opportunity might be maybe like a career or something that's like finance related, like maybe like offer a part-time job or business meeting. It's not gonna be like, oh hey, I have some friend that might be matching good with you, do you want to meet them? No, like not like that. It's gonna be more like a finance based opportunity. And then what you shouldn't do, what you should avoid, is a resentful energy. So if there's something that you're holding on, try to escape from that toxic trauma that's stopping you from meeting this person. Believe yourself that you are a wise person, so don't be stuck in that past trauma that you're having. Then last question, let's find out some advice that tarot card gives you. Refusal, 거절. 내가 원하지 않는 것이라면 단호하게 거절해야 합니다. And then last, success, 성공. 원하는 것을 성공적으로 얻게 됩니다. So the card says, there's like no space. Here. So the card says, if you don't want it, then firmly refuse it. It's okay to do that. And if that's something that you wanted, then you will be successfully receive that. So don't be afraid of rejecting it. Don't be afraid of refusing it. So that will increase your love luck. Those two are the advice to increase your love luck. So remember, it's okay to refuse, and if that's someone you wanted, then you will get him or her. So that was the end of today's reading. As we wrap up today's reading, I want to leave you with this important reminder. Tarot is a reflection of the present moment and a glimpse into potential futures. Remember, the outcome revealed in a tarot reading are not set in stone. Your actions and decisions can change the course of your life at any time. So don't rely on tarot results as absolute truth. Instead, use them as guidance and inspiration. Your future is yours to create, and you have the power to shape it with every choice you make. Trust yourself, take action, and forge the path that feels right for you. If today's reading resonated with you or you found it helpful, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notifications so you never miss the reading. Your support means so much to me and helps me continue creating content for you. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Always remember, you have the power to shape your future through your choices and actions. I'll see you next week. 다음에 만나요. 안녕.